Malcolm in the Middle gave us one of the most beloved, chaotic, and downright hilarious families in television history. And with a brand new 2026 revival dropping on Hulu, the whole cast is back in the spotlight. Let's find out where everyone ended up. Number 1, we have Frankie Muniz, who played Malcolm Wilkerson. Frankie was just 14 when he stepped into the role of a boy genius with an IQ of 165, making the chaos around him feel like the most normal thing in the world. Now in 2026, Frankie is 40 years old and racing trucks full-time in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, a total career reinvention that absolutely nobody saw coming. He married Paige Price in 2020, and the couple have a son named Miles Mosley, born in 2021. The kid who once broke the fourth wall every week is now breaking the sound barrier, and we are completely here for every second of it. Stepping up next is Bryan Cranston, who played the lovably chaotic, roller-skating, panic-prone dad, Hal Wilkerson. Bryan was 43 when he first brought Hal to life, a man who seemed permanently one bad day away from a complete and total breakdown. Now, in 2026, Bryan is 70 years old and holds 7 Emmy Awards, 4 of them alone for Breaking Bad. He has been happily married to actress Robin Dearden since 1989, and their daughter Spencer has followed him into the entertainment industry. Going from goofy sitcom dad to the terrifying Walter White is the greatest career transformation in the history of television. Full stop. Coming in at number 3 is Jane Kaczmarek, who played Lois Wilkerson, the devoted, terrifying, and deeply funny matriarch who ran that family on sheer force of will. Jane was 44 when she first stepped into the role of TV's most relentlessly determined mother. Now, in 2026, Jane is 70 and holds 7 Emmy nominations for this one performance alone, making her never winning one of the great unsolved mysteries of television. After her divorce from Bradley Whitford in 2009, she raised their 3 children with grace. In 2025, Jane quietly married her high school sweetheart, a 50-year full-circle love story. If that is not the most Lois move ever, nothing is. Number 4 is where this video takes a genuinely jaw-dropping turn, because this entry belongs to Emma Stone, who played a girl named Diane in Season 7 of Malcolm in the Middle. Emma was just 17 at the time, playing a popular girl orchestrating a prank on Reese. Now in 2026, Emma is 37 years old and a 2-time Academy Award winner, taking home Oscars for La La Land and Poor Things. She is married to director Dave McCary, and they have a daughter born in 2021. Most fans have absolutely no idea that one of the biggest stars on the planet once walked those hallways, and now you truly cannot unsee it. Number 5 brings one of the most visually stunning updates in this entire video. Craig Lamar Traylor, who played Malcolm's devoted best friend, Stevie Kennerman. Craig was 10 years old when he stepped into the role of the wheelchair-using, severely asthmatic kid who could only manage one deliberate word per breath. Now, in 2026, Craig is 37 and looks completely different from the quiet character fans remember, covered in tattoos, sporting a bold alternative style, and working as a wire wrapper and jewelry designer in California. He has built a genuinely rich creative life in the wearable art community. Stevie may have been soft-spoken. Craig Lamar Traylor absolutely is not, and we love every bit of this transformation. Rounding out our first set is Justin Burfield, who played Reese Wilkerson, Malcolm's older, impulsive, and brilliantly unaware brother with a hidden gift for cooking. Justin was 13 when he began playing Reese, and appeared in all 151 episodes of the series. Now, in 2026, Justin is 40 and has stepped away from acting entirely to build a business empire, co-founding Virgin Produced, the film and television arm of Richard Branson's Virgin Group. He married in 2017 and welcomed a daughter in 2020. The boy who played TV's most lovably dim bully grew up to become one of Hollywood's savviest executives, which, honestly, Reese would find completely bewildering. Sliding into number 7 is Christopher Masterson, who played Francis Wilkerson, the restless, scheme-loving eldest brother who spent 7 seasons searching for a life worth living. Christopher was 20 when the show began, playing a teenager bouncing from military school to Alaska to a sun-baked dude ranch. Now in 2026, he is 46 and has found his answer in a completely unexpected place. He became a professional DJ, performing worldwide under the name DJ Chris Kennedy. He married actress Yolanda Pecoraro in 2019, and they have 1 daughter together. Francis spent 7 seasons searching for a calling. His real-life counterpart found his in the music that makes crowds move. At number 8, we have Tanya Raymond, who played Cynthia Sanders, the sharp, fiercely independent Krellboyne girl with a quiet but persistent soft spot for Malcolm. Tanya was 12 when she first stepped into this role, bringing real warmth to a character who could easily have become a caricature. Now, in 2026, Tanya is 38 and a full dramatic leading lady, starring in Amazon's acclaimed thriller Goliath and the cult phenomenon Lost. She keeps her personal life private and channels her creativity into painting and visual art outside of acting. From the awkward kid in the gifted class to a bona fide Hollywood leading lady, Tanya's glow-up is the one nobody saw coming. Number 9 goes to Hayden Panettiere, who appeared in Malcolm in the Middle as the calculating neighbor Jessica, years before the world even knew her name. Hayden was 13 at the time, already radiating the magnetic energy that would soon make her a star in Heroes and Nashville. Now, in 2026, Hayden is 36 and has lived one of Hollywood's most powerful comeback stories. She has spoken openly about her battles with addiction and postpartum depression and the courage it took to face them publicly. She returned to screens with the Scream franchise and has a daughter with former boxing champion Vladimir Klitschko. Her resilience is a reminder that real strength is quiet, persistent, and absolutely beautiful. We pause for a moment at number 10, because this entry belongs to a genuine legend. Cloris Leachman played Grandma Ida, possibly the most gleefully awful grandmother in television history, and she did it with such ferocious commitment that every scene she appeared in became an event. Cloris was 73 when she first stepped into the role of Lois's terrifying, wonderfully impossible mother. She went on to win her 8th Emmy Award for this very performance, setting an all-time record that still stands. A lifelong animal rights activist who never stopped working. Cloris Leachman passed away on January 27, 2021, at the age of 94. We send all our love to her family. She was irreplaceable and always will be. At number 11, we find David Anthony Higgins, who played Craig Feldspar, Lois's desperately lovesick co-worker at Lucky Aid, who spent 7 seasons pining for a woman who was never going to love him back. David was 38 when the show began, and brought Craig's hopeful awkwardness to life so genuinely that audiences could not help but root for him. Now, in 2026, David is 64 and has stayed active in television, with beloved recurring roles in Mike and Molly and Big Time Rush. He married Julia Higgins in 2000, and they have 2 children together. Craig Feldspar never got Lois, but David Higgins has clearly won at everything else. Moving along to number 12, we have Emmy Collegado, who played Piama, Francis's headstrong, brilliant Alaskan native wife, who held her own against Lois in every single argument they ever had. Emmy was around 30 when she first appeared in the role, even though her character was written as significantly younger, a gap that viewers never once suspected. Now in 2026, Emmy is 55, and fans consistently note that she looks barely a day older than she did back in 2002. She had a long run on Crossing Jordan and has since devoted herself to dog rescue work in Los Angeles. Piama was always the calmest and sharpest person in the room, and Emmy carries that exact same energy off screen. At number 13, we pause to remember Kenneth Mars, who played Otto Mancuser, the impossibly kind, wonderfully naive German rancher who gave Francis a job and something far more valuable: a genuine sense of belonging. Kenneth was 66 when he brought Otto to life. The most generous, guileless man any of the Wilkersons had ever encountered. And the warmth in his performance made Francis's storylines the most heartfelt episodes in the whole show. His career was the stuff of legend, Young Frankenstein, the producers, pure comedic royalty. He also voiced beloved characters in The Land Before Time. Kenneth Mars passed away in February of 2011. Every scene he touched was made better for his presence, and that is a legacy worth honoring. Number 14 brings a genuine feel-old moment. James and Lucas Rodriguez, who played baby Jamie Wilkerson, the fifth and most chaotic addition to the family, born into the show in season 4. The twins were actual infants when they first appeared on screen, and their tiny troublemaking was already perfectly on brand for the Wilkerson household. Now, in 2026, James and Lucas are 23 years old, and both have quietly chosen lives completely outside the Hollywood spotlight since the show wrapped in 2006. They stayed private and grounded. And given everything we know about child stars, that is genuinely, beautifully refreshing. From the tiniest Wilkersons to young adults living fully on their own terms, that is the most wholesome update in this video. Wrapping up the penultimate spot is Catherine Lloyd Burns, who played Caroline Miller, Malcolm's fiercely enthusiastic, wonderfully high-strung Krellboyne teacher in the early seasons. Catherine was 38 when she began the role, giving Caroline a manic sincerity that fans from seasons 1 and 2 still recall with genuine fondness. Rather than chasing another TV opportunity after leaving the show, she made a remarkable pivot, publishing the book It Hit Me Like a Ton of Bricks to real critical acclaim. Now in 2026, she is 65, married, and has built a quiet, fulfilling life in New York. Sometimes choosing a completely different story is the most creative thing an artist can do, and Catherine chose beautifully, and now, the moment this whole video has been building to. Number 16 is Eric Per Sullivan, who played Dewey Wilkerson, the musical, quietly brilliant youngest brother who stole every single scene he walked into. Eric was just 8 years old when the show began, and he also voiced Sheldon in Pixar's Finding Nemo during those very same years. Now in 2026, Eric is 35 and has vanished entirely from Hollywood. No social media, no reunions, no revival appearance. He walked away from acting at 18 and never returned. Bryan Cranston confirmed it. Eric skipped the 2026 reunion because he is earning his master's degree at Harvard University. Dewey was always the real genius, and now we have the proof. From NASCAR tracks to Harvard lecture halls, the cast of Malcolm in the Middle has truly gone everywhere. Which update surprised you the most? Drop it in the comments below and subscribe for more incredible cast stories every single week.